Hello class, this is your chapter 6 recursion and lecture number 2. In the previous class we had learned the meaning of the recursion, okay, and how to call recursive function, what is the base case and what is recursive case. And we also did a program that is sum of natural number, okay. So in this class we will learn recursion by some programs, okay. So here is your first program, that is to find whether a number is prime or not. You did this program by using for loop or while loop. Okay. So now in this class you will learn it by recursion. Okay. So here is the code. This is your prime number. Here in this, first you have to take number from the user. The user will enter the value of n if prime n. So this will call the function prime n if this base case, if the condition is this, return true, then it will print yes, otherwise it will give the answer no. Okay. So when this statement will call this function def prime n I is equal to 2. So here the prime number, what is prime number? The number which divide by 1 or itself. That's why I have taken the value of I 2. So if I is equal to n, then return true. Again it will check the condition n mod I is equal to 0, then return false, else return prime n comma I plus 1. So this one is my base case and this one is my recursive case. Okay. So in this program you have to take a value, then take a value and run this code, okay, by manually. So here I am just run this code and just showing you the output. So enter number, for example 5. So the answer is yes, 5 is a prime number. So when the value of n is 5, so first this condition will check, it is not true, so the compiler will come here. So 5 mod I is equal to 0, no. 5 mod 2, that is not 0, so return, so it will not go with this block, so it will go to the else part. So here prime 5 comma the value of I get changed, that is 3 now. So here again it will go to the prime calling part, the definition of the prime. So here the value of 5 and I will become 3 now. Okay, that is the way for checking the number, that whether it is prime or not. Okay, so you have to do it yourself. So this is your prime number program. So next is to find factorial of a number. So here you have to find a factorial. First you have to ask a number from the user. For example, the number is 3. Now it will count, check the factorial, calculate the factor, that is 3, 2, 3 multiplied by 2, then multiply by 1. Okay. So this way you will find the factorial of the number. So here is the code. In this you have to again ask the number from the user. Now factorial is equal to fact n. You will pass the value. Then it will go here with the definition of this fact. If x is equal to 1, so this is your base case, and in else part it is your recursive case. Okay, it is also very simple to calculate the factorial using recursion. So I am going to run it. Enter number 5. So it will give you answer 120. Okay, so this is your factorial of a number. By this way you can find the factorial. So this is also a simple program. Now the next program is binary search by using recursion. Okay, this is very important from the point of view of the exam. Okay, so this is the code, binary search. So here now you have to see the code. The value of array variable, it is a list. Okay, and in binary search you have to take the sorted array. Okay, So x, the enter the element which you want to search. After this I am taking this index in this binary search array. So this list will come 0, that is the initial position. Now length of this array minus 1, so it will give you 8. Total elements are 9, so 9 minus 1, this is 8. So x is the element which you want to search. So this is your function call. Okay, now go back to the function. So this is your function definition. So here this array, the list will come. This value of L is 0, the value of R is 8, okay, and the X is the value that the user want to search. Now this R is greater than equal to L, so this is your base case. So mid equal to L plus R, this is a floor division, okay. Now floor division by 2, so it is finding mid index of an array. So next is you have to check the element, that whether the element is present at the middle or not. So if array of mid is equal to x, so the element is found. Okay, so it will give you the index and a message will print that element has found. But if the element is smaller than mid, then it can only be present in the left subarray, and it will again call the function. This is by binary search. Okay, now the value of L and the value of this mid will get changed. Else, what if the element is greater than mid? Okay, so this will come. Now the value of mid is mid plus 1. Okay, and we will use a value of R here. And if the element is smaller, then I have using L. And else part, the element is not present in the array, then return the index minus 1, return minus 1. Okay, so when this function call will end, so the if condition will check that if index is not equal to minus 1, means the element is found. So this element is present at this position, okay, at index this, and if the element is not found, then else message will come that element is not present in array. Now I'm going to run it. For example, I want to search an element 10. So what is the index of 10? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. So answer will come 4. So just run it. So enter the element you want to search, press 10. So the answer is element is present at index 4. So this is your binary search program. Okay, so I hope this binary search program will clear now. Okay, so you have to implement this program by your hand also. So this is your program 3rd. Now your homework is, this is program 4. You have to print the Fibonacci series up to a specified number of terms. Okay, so by using Python you have to implement this, and it should be, in this you have to write a base case and a recursive case also. Okay, so thank you and have a nice day.